Yo, welcome back to another episode of Poddy Animals. I am your host, Theo. Across from me, as always, is Scoot. To his right, back in the studio, is Eli. And to my left is Denise. And sitting in off camera is my brother, Scoot, and Eli's brother-in-law, Denise's brother.
Just say his
Brazil.
name. Brazil.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome back. Eli, you've been gone for a while. Any chance you were locked in the church with that group that got locked into church?
No, I didn't. I was on vacation.
Any chance you locked them in there?
I was on vacation. You approved my vacation time, so
What?
I don't know what you're complaining about.
Scoot, did you see the story of the pastor that locked his congregation in the church until they raised $40,000?
You have to make sacrifices, man.
No.
So basically, he had 1,000 people in the church, 1,000 people watching online.
Okay.
$20 he wanted each from each of those people.
$20 ain't much.
No, it's not a lot.
Yeah, but if you don't have it,
Can we do something like that? Can we lock Eli in there until somebody donates?
I believe it's kidnapping, but
Well, hey,
whatever it takes.
you have to make
that
sacrifices
goal,
sometimes,
right?
you know?
Yeah.
That is kidnapping.
No, it's not
Like,
kidnapping.
yeah.
Come on.
Is it if they lock you?
if they lock you in,
What
they're
is that
locking you
kidnapping
against your
with?
will.
There's no rules of the church.
They're
And you're asking for money. So
He's technically right. There's no rules. There's no laws. They don't pay taxes. So I guess you can just get away with kidnapping.
they're locking you against your
They're
will.
not paying taxes. Ain't that
It's
a crime?
against.
Was it
We can tell
voluntary
them
to
it's
go to
against
church?
their will.
nobody
against your
complained
will.
about it. They just all sat in there. And
No, they just sat in there and
how many people was it?
were they
It's the
20?
s-
There was 1,000 in this.
Scoot.
I want to know how big the fucking church is.
What,
big.
you telling me 1,000 people in there and they couldn't get out?
Scoot. It's the
Lock me in a
Scoot.
room. I get the fuck out. Like,
Scoot, it's
ain't
the
there
same-
windows and stuff? You couldn't get
There's gonna be
out?
A few people trample, but I'm gonna get out.
Yeah.
It's the same church that took the milk from the pastor.
Do you think?
No, it's not Reverend Sweetnut.
Yeah, but a couple weeks ago we did a story where the reverend was using his jizz, saying it was blessed.
Saying it was blessed. And
They were
people were
taking it.
taking it.
I mean, aren't we all God's children?
Oh my
Now,
God.
if you swallow them,
Oh.
I don't think God likes that.
Basically, they just had the little hook locked. They just put over in the little
They
hole.
couldn't figure it out.
Stop.
You know, today's people, they can't figure out a lot of shit. They didn't just know how to beep, pop it up.
Your
I wonder
prostate?
I wonder if that's where Eli was for 2 weeks.
No.
Was you locked in a room for 2 weeks
No,
and
I
couldn't
was
figure
not.
out how to get
And
out?
lock these doors.
Probably the ushers.
I don't know what you
ushers.
guys complaining about. You guys approved my vacation time.
No, we didn't.
No, he said on
He
video.
told me you weren't coming back, and I approved that.
Wow.
But
I did
I will
interviews.
get fired for this?
No, he told the ushers to
probation?
lock the doors.
That's wild.
He said, lock the doors until we get $20 from each one of the members here.
$20.
And
He
we
sounded
need-
like you.
$20.
So he locks
So
them
he
in.
was at $40,000, correct? The church.
40,000.
So is 1,000 people.
Is my math mathing?
Is bad. You need
20.
4,000. No.
20 times 1,000 is 2, and then 20 times 1,000 is 2.
Yeah, but
What?
I mean,
No, wait a minute.
What was that?
Eli,
You need $40
Did
per
he
person.
fart?
$40.
What was that?
$40 per person. 1,000.
No, 20 times 1,000 is what?
20,000.
Yeah.
So $40 per person.
No,
No.
the 1,000 outside that we're watching online.
so he was having them send money as well. don't
What'd he
he?
do?
So
Threaten to like
It
cut the
should have
cable or
been
something?
10.
It was he wanted to reach $40,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For what?
Oh.
But what's the
Anyways, can you
penalty
say-
for the people
It's car
outside
payment,
the
I think.
church? Does he cut the cable so you ain't watching this
Yeah,
motherfucking
exactly.
show?
We'll call the Wi-Fi. Or?
You got, yeah, something.
I mean, it's your choice whether you want to watch it or not. You know.
Yeah, that's
apparently not.
But $20 is cheap. Eli's told us what he spends.
Yeah.
It's way over that.
And it's not bad for pay-per-view. What's
do you
pay-per-views
spend?
up to now?
A lot.
He won't tell us
for
a number.
For
He just,
donations, I do,
He has to do 3
3%?
No, no, no,
3%.
no. At the Catholic Church, they don't ask you about
Percentage.
Cavaliers Church. Wait the fucking
No,
minute.
they don't ask you for nothing.
Percentage.
let's just
nothing.
say by the time
They
he
just-
finishes writing the
they
number
just-
in, the ink's gone out of
They
the
just
ink.
go and with the basket,
Whatever you
and
want.
whatever you can contribute.
Don't you got
That's
to put
it.
your first
Can
kid
you
in there
write
too?
write this off at the end of the year?
No,
Why not?
Wow.
Your donation.
that's okay. Why you need to write this out?
Because you would have more money to donate next
No.
time.
I don't think you can with a church.
No, I don't think so. You have no
You
proof.
can't?
You
I
have
don't
no
think
proof.
so.
But if in order to do that,
Your proof is you were locked in
No.
until you paid.
then you can sign up as a member for the Catholic, and maybe you can write that off. You know, like if you put your name and everything with the envelope, maybe you can write that off. But
Churches are sending you 1099s now.
No,
It's just gonna fucking
I'm on the board, and we don't get. Like,
She's on the
any
board of a
tax.
church she
Not a
never
2x4.
been to.
You ain't on no
What
board.
are you
When
talking?
was the last? We discussed this. You
Yeah.
haven't been to church
Well, I
since
know
I
this-
met
You're
you.
not even on the board
Listen.
no more. You just don't know.
I
3
still
years.
get. I
What?
still get.
3 years, Scoot. I've been with her. I've never seen her in church.
So
I watch church. I don't have to go there. I don't have to go there. I watch it, and I still get we still get all the paperwork and stuff
You get some
mailed to
money?
us.
They give you a
I
gift?
know
do they
that you
send-
see it.
Do they send you
in
a
the
bill
mail?
for like
It's
watching
not a
it?
bill.
By the way, my
Whatever.
friend Denise will come to me. Will come to John 23 in a couple weeks. Well,
I'm
next
going
month.
undercover.
Yeah, please do. Let us know what goes on over there.
You're going too.
I'm not going.
Well, the church.
I don't speak Spanish.
You
It's
said you
okay.
were going.
They won't even let Krista in.
Whatever. She's been. Your mom's been.
Yeah, she's been. Yeah.
Yeah, waiting outside for him to get
you
done
gotta
for
with
the
go,
John
dude.
23.
You have
Not for
to
the
go.
John 23.
Oh.
Denise will go undercover. We'll
I'm
get
special.
It's
Scoot. We'll
a
get the
special-
wireless
special.
mics going so we can record it.
May 4th. May 4th.
Did you hear that?
What's that?
No one's gone. I'm first.
I can't go on May 4th because it's the 4th of May.
May the 4th be with you.
Yeah. I'll be at the Star
He's a
Wars
dork.
parade.
Who cares about Star
John
Wars?
13.
Yeah.
Luke 13.
Yeah.
Luke.
Luke Skywalker 316.
Yeah.
This is the same guy who wants to change our last name to
Exactly.
Skywalker.
Yeah.
Theo Skywalker.
You could do that.
Where is this at?
Yeah.
On East 55th.
Oh, is that a bad
You
area?
gotta pray before
but-
you even get
but
over
this-
there.
It's in downtown
So-
Broadway.
I need to
Yeah,
wear
like
my
you said, do you pray
bulletproof
while you're
vest.
driving? Like,
No,
please
there's
let me get
nothing-
there
I
safely.
bet-
Hold
happened-
that area.
There's not bad things happening.
What,
there.
55th and Broadway?
No, in some areas on the other side,
Some
but,
area-
but not in the
whole area.
church.
You're like on the opposite corner, but not in the corner we stand
Not in
on.
the church.
Well, when they're locking
my
people
God.
inside the church too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably for their own good. That had nothing to do
Yeah,
with
please don't leave yet. It's getting dark. Just stay here till morning.
But since you're staying, I'm gonna need $40 from you.
Can I take your gun with me?
No,
No.
nothing bad happens in the church over there.
But do you
Oh my
go
gosh.
to the church?
You want to go, Denise, or no?
I already told you I was going.
Okay, good. What about you, Theo?
No, I'm not going. Denise will record everything and
No,
show.
she cannot record anything.
What do they got guys there with wands and
There's-
You
shit?
said you would go to my
There's
church
rules.
with me.
You can't. You cannot record.
How are they gonna find out?
They
Wait, you record.
Yeah, I record.
Oh, it's
I
okay.
record for the mass, but not after the mass, because each people they're gonna speak up. You know, that experience. They don't talk about the specific of what happened, but just the experience.
It's almost like
Gotcha.
a HIPAA clause type thing. You know?
But there's people they just like alcoholic, domestic violence with the like
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, that's the typical
Shit
stuff
that
you
should
find
be-
down there.
That's,
Yeah.
they changed their lives.
Shit that should be handled like in jail and AA
No, there's people
maybe.
that went to jail.
Never
and
any good stories. It's
Yeah,
always,
they
you know,
cry.
Victim of
They
something.
the people cry and all that stuff. and
Victim of
go
circumstance.
to the knees, with the family. Try to.
Sounds all too sad for me. I'm out.
I know, right?
No,
I'm out.
it is. a
It's
lot of
like
things.
Shark Tank. I'm out.
Yeah.
For that reason,
I'm out.
I'm out.
It's your choice.
I don't need that kind of shit.
But at least
in my
my
life.
friend Denise is coming with me.
I don't believe you, but that's fine.
Okay.
I want them to find like rich people that nothing but good things ever happen to them that find God. It's always the people that are victim of circumstances that find God.
I think that's with everybody. Even if you're rich, if something
there's
life and
some
death,
of them
if
that
you're
did it,
rich,
John,
they
it's
probably
just
find.
good things. No bad things ever happen.
Oh, well.
You know,
I think if
they're
nothing
good
bad
things
happens,
through
you're not
their
looking
whole
for
life.
God.
Well, one of
The
the
only time
guys.
they're looking is when something bad's
Well, one of
happening.
the guys who's in charge of the John 23, he's very
Stone Cold
wealthy.
Steve
No, he's
Austin.
very wealthy. But what he does for the things, he just buys shirts and try to give money to the church and stuff like that to help the movement continue.
Yes.
Also, he goes to areas in downtown and giving food for
The homeless?
The homeless. Go to the women's side. I don't know the women's side. so the
Women's
homeless side,
shelter.
and
Women's
then
shelter,
on the
yeah.
other side too, the men's.
Was that Payne, I think?
Payne Avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what he do for try to give something back.
No, Scoot's right. Most people don't pray to God until something bad happens. I swear to God, I won't do this again.
Yeah, but he's very.
You sound like you're
Well,
speaking from experience right now. What
He
did you
is.
do?
Well, I got caught jerking off again, Scoot.
We're just
No, he
something that
didn't.
do something little.
That was
things.
funny.
Well, Denise will experience even only speaks Spanish, but she can see, a little bit of stuff over there.
So she is not gonna know what's going on, right?
But she can see the
Maybe
feelings.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll understand it.
With
You
the
don't speak
microphone.
Spanish?
No, no,
I
no,
don't
no.
speak it.
No, nothing to
I
do
don't
with
have to
Spanish.
speak
They
it,
just bring
though.
you in with a black veil over your head.
Oh my god, they're gonna beat you with a sack of quarters.
She can't. She can't see anything.
Just bring your wallet. That's all they care about.
I hope
Yeah.
Krista,
Oh, boy.
I hope Krista can come with us too.
Yeah.
What does George Carlin say? God loves you, but he loves your money more.
Well, I guess he's facing backlash. This preacher for asking for money. He feels his life's threatened now.
Well,
Well,
Yeah, because he
Shouldn't
owed
have done
the bookie $40,000.
Right.
It's not the people actually threatening him online that
it's
you
just
know.
the people outside.
It's the mob, yeah,
Yeah,
or whoever he owes money to.
yeah. People taking
Did he even
advantage.
say why he needed the $40,000?
No, he just said we need to raise 40,000.
wow.
Not for like new roof or new
Nope.
windows.
That's wild.
Come on, the church roof never leaks.
No, sometimes the church if they want to do some investments, they ask if they can.
He didn't, I don't think.
Yeah, and what is that? That gambling site, Kings. What is it? Bookie Kings.
Draft Kings.
Draft Kings.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's donating to that site.
Come on, I got to get this money in before the next game. It's crazy.
Yeah, but
I need to hit my parlay. 40,000.
Did you do?
So what's your schedule looking like from here on out, Eli?
no,
We need
I'll
to
be
know.
okay.
Because I did get an
Based-
email on a job. Someone actually asked us if that we are hiring.
I posted your
Tell
job.
him to find another podcast, okay?
So I'm gonna read you I got an
I'm
email.
in probation, okay?
I got
I'm
an
in
email
probation.
from this guy. His name is Ricardo
Monty Ball.
Costa.
Costa. Was
Yeah.
it Jimmy Costa's
Dang,
brother?
did no one get
He
that
says,
joke?
"Hey, I know you might be busy and get a lot of messages, which we don't.
Sure do.
So this will take 60 seconds. It's going to take me longer to read this. My name is Ricardo, and I'm a 23-year-old video editor from Portugal.
Damn.
I've been diving into the podcast niche recently, and I stumbled upon your page. I'd love the opportunity to edit for you, whether it's long-term or short-term content. Attached is my 20-second video edit and show reel
Hold the fuck up.
I made to give you a feeling of my skills.
Hold the
60
fuck
seconds.
up. This motherfucker wants my job, not Eli's job. My job was never up for, no, fuck that. You're like, what was his name? Ricardo Montalban?
Yeah.
Fucking piss off, dude.
Does he know he has to do it pro bono?
Right. Or pro boner. He's got to fucking get
my
out. You're done.
goodness.
He's got a 20-second video showcasing his talents.
Don't care.
Sad thing is we didn't reply
What's the
back.
sound it looks
I
like?
understand if you're too busy to respond, but if this interests you, I'd love to chat. If you're not the best person to contact about this, I'd really appreciate if you could point me into the right direction.
Did you tell
Scoot,
him-
do you have any?
Up there.
tell him
It's
you're
up there.
only
You got to
worth
go up
like
there.
8 feet by 10 feet.
Fucking cocksucker. I thought he was, when it was fucking Eli's job, it was funny. This shit ain't funny. We shouldn't even have brought this up.
Now who's laughing?
No, we shouldn't even have brought this
Ah,
up.
look at that. I'm not in probation anymore.
That's funny.
Fuck, this guy's job's up for grabs. If you're looking for a job, this is the seat you'll be sitting
Scoot,
in.
do you want me to send you this video so you can watch it at home? and
No, fuck that guy.
See if he's any good?
You can
I don't
teach you
care.
something.
Fuck that guy. A bunch
No,
of
no
fucking
interest.
Cattle running around and shit. I don't give a
Maybe he
shit.
can be better than you. I don't know.
Is he here? He doesn't say if he's here though.
Maybe
Like, is
that's
he flying
you're supposed
in
to
from
reach
Portugal?
out.
Yeah.
We're supposed to pay his
We ain't
flight.
got time.
I
I
mean,
ain't
he
fucking
says
around.
he's from, so he's got to be here now, right?
Yeah.
He's from.
Yeah.
No.
Well, to keep the
We're not.
pressure on you, Scoot,
Damn.
because we know you like homework and all.
He's
How was your
actually stopped at the
weekend?
border right now.
How was my weekend?
Yeah, did you do anything?
Over the weekend? No.
Yeah.
No. We went to North Carolina throughout the week.
Oh, that's nice though. That's
Yeah.
something.
Oh my god.
Oh, they're doing more donations. His company's good for donating.
Donating some time and
For
Some
the
knowledge.
flood.
82 fucking degrees. the whole time
82?
we were out.
Oh.
Why'd you
That's
come back?
sweet.
Right.
I don't know.
What did you do after the expo? Like, did you get to like enjoy yourself? You know?
So we went down.
Climb trees.
No, we went down Wednesday, and it took 12 hours to drive down there.
Ugh.
And then kind of crashed out at night. Got up, spent the day at the expo, left that night, and arrived back Friday.
Ugh.
you didn't even get to.
I know, right?
Enjoy.
Like you
Spent
No,
more-
there's
drove.
not a lot to
You
see.
spent more driving.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot to see. You go down there, and they got
Ooh.
those big ass trucks all set up, and you can operate them and do all.
Did you do any of that?
At least get to enjoy outside, like some of the scenery.
No, it's
spent
Asheville.
2.5
I don't think there's much to see right now. It's still recovering from
I
the
spent
hurricane.
2.5 hours on the freeway.
Yeah.
Just
what is it,
just running around the freeway.
Was it the west of North Carolina?
Asheville, right?
Asheville. Yep. So on the way down there, all of a sudden we just hit dead stop traffic. A power line fell down across the freeway.
Jeez.
Oh my god!
And we were stuck there for like 2 hours.
Couldn't you just lift it and move it?
I didn't know where it was, and we weren't that far from the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would have been, if I would have known, I would probably ran up there and moved
So
it.
they literally recovering still.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It will take a while.
Yeah, from what my buddy at work said, there's people in the mountains living in tents
Yeah.
because their motor home is just whatever the trailer home is
From all the
just
rain.
gone from
My
the
boss,
wind and everything.
my boss lives there.
Oh, yeah.
It is insane to see, like, you're driving along and you just watch off the side of the road, and you have miles and miles of telephone poles and wire that feed one trailer. Off of
Oh,
it.
fucking
What
way.
the fuck, man? That's a lot of waste. That's a lot of waste. Like 14 telephone poles, miles of fucking wire.
But you know
Not one trailer.
they had to
One
pay for that.
fucking
My
trailer.
mom, like when my mom moved to
Hogwarts. You know where you're from. Go ahead. Train stop 43 or whatever.
whatever.
Was it
What?
90
We're gonna
93
take
quarters?
you know what? We're gonna take a field trip to my old hood.
Where's that?
No, we want to take a
Cincinnati.
field trip to your school.
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Is that where Skyline Chili's from?
Yeah.
Where the fuck that come from?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Isn't that where
Yeah.
Skyline?
Why would Skyline be the first thing you think?
Well,
That's
I
what
work-
it's called.
Because I work at when I
Do we need to take a
at the
snack
airport,
break?
People,
I know, right?
You hungry?
people stop to ask me where's Skyline Chili, and I'm like,
I don't remember what I was talking about.
You want to go back to where
No.
your mom used to have.
Okay, so my mom, what did she have?
No. I don't see it. These.
No, so when she lived in Mansfield, or
Chester.
Jesus, I'm having a
Manchester,
stroke.
London.
Chesterfield.
Chester.
Manchester, yeah, big man.
Worcester sauce. Worcestershire.
She having
They
a
had-
TED episode right now?
I know. So they had 42 acres, and
a mule.
And a mule.
There's always a mule. There's always a mule.
this is why I'm having a stroke. These people. Anyhow,
Right now.
so they didn't have any, like they didn't have power, phone. They had to get all of that put up. That they had to pay for their phone lines. They had to pay for electricity. They had to pay for the phone, like all of that lining,
All
the
the poles
poles
and
and
the
all
Yeah, but
that.
I
to
think
get.
things have changed from the 1800s.
right.
My God.
You telling me this guy that lives in a fucking rickety ass old trailer paid for 14 telephone poles and miles of line?
And he can't
No.
build a house with other
And he's in
money?
a
Right.
trailer?
Like, what,
He spent all his money on getting power to his trailer.
They have to-
Now he lives in a bucket.
Build a freaking home.
Now you can have this
Listen.
nice house here.
Right.
with
There's
power.
so
I mean,
down south. There's so many rich people you would never think had money that live the way they do.
I don't think they know they have
all
money
that,
either.
I know,
all
it's
that
just-
money they spend in cables and stuff, they can't even build
Plus,
a
it
house.
doesn't cost that much. It only
you do
costs
have
them
a house
$1,000 to
built,
get
you
the
do gotta
phone
pay for all
lines.
$1,000.
Yeah.
$1,000 to put in deposit.
Well, you had to have you had to pay for all that.
from the city side where this your property starts, you got to pay for all that running into your house.
No fucking way.
That's all added to.
What does
the
the
building of
electricity
your home.
too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, what are we talking
Paying
about?
for the line.
What,
Oh yeah, you're right.
You know,
You're right. He's right.
you're talking. About
listen, I'm telling them, listen, if I'm paying my electricity, I'm paying you a bill every month. Get the feed up to the fucking house. I'm not paying for that too.
I'm sure they'll listen to you.
I know.
You tell them whatever you want, but then you just pay them anyway.
That's true. I would.
Yeah, like all the building codes and everything, they all add that into building your house.
What I don't get is when people that live in like the tornado alley and shit
Rebuild.
rebuild in wood.
Yeah.
Why aren't we building fucking brick houses?
Ask the
But
three
it
pigs.
depends. It depends the permits and permission.
I don't
Because
give
your
a
insurance
fuck.
But-
company will
yeah, they-
replace.
But
what
the
you
thing is,
had.
like,
Yeah, the
you
insurance.
cannot build a concrete in America. To be honest with you, maybe in Florida.
Why?
Or
Yes, you
because
can.
of it's cold sometimes,
No, you can.
and
still,
well, especially in Florida, they can do concrete because it's not too cold over there. But like Texas, Oklahoma, or Kansas, there's snows over there a lot. I don't think they can build concrete house.
Well, they're not throwing salt on it. It's covered.
Yeah, you're fine.
But I'm saying that's the reason. I think.
Would you go to fucking Steve's house over here that's concrete, or you going to the fucking mud hut that's to the left of you?
It's all about cost. It's cheaper to build with wood than it would be concrete.
And I get that,
Not
but
always.
is it really?
Not
If you're
really,
over,
if
always.
you're rebuilding it, right?
Not always.
insurance rates are going up again.
Not always. No.
If I'm a homeowner, I'm like, just after the first time.
I was doing a research
Concrete.
about those cabin houses, and like in Montana and Idaho, they're more expensive than a normal house over here. Like crazy, how they build those cabin houses.
Well, yeah, because I mean,
They have to shade the tree and all that.
well, it's
and-
a different type of wood that they're using to build log cabins. I mean, you got to think this wood that you're using to frame a house is the durability and stuff. It's not as, I mean, you would know, right? Different wood.
I've yet to build a house.
You cut through an oak tree. It's a lot harder than just cutting through.
Right, it's better.
pine.
It's better
you gotta
wood.
Think about the wood
Treated,
that they're using too. We're not using
bamboo, which is
oak
pretty strong, right?
2x4s,
Bamboo is strong.
2x4x8s, oak.
Do you think if they built a concrete house, it would still stand up to one of those tornadoes?
Yes.
No.
It still ripped the fucking roof
Because the
clean off
schools,
motherfucker.
the schools get.
Yeah.
What are the houses made in Puerto Rico?
Concrete.
Okay.
But
Yeah, but they're dealing with hurricanes.
but it's only hurricanes, not
Right,
tornadoes.
not tornadoes. Dude.
Tornadoes
Tornado, I
is more
think, would
stronger
rip
than hurricane.
Rip the fucker straight
Extremely
off
hurt,
the foundation.
A tornado stronger than a hurricane?
Yeah.
I really don't
Yes.
know. I couldn't tell you the exact.
A hurricane.
Just fucking Google it.
Hey Siri, is a tornado stronger than a hurricane?
Well, that was
Yeah.
anticlimactic.
Tornadoes can have stronger winds than hurricanes.
So yes.
But hurricanes are more destructive due to their larger size and longer
And how long-
lifespan.
how
Well,
long?
that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
That part's irrelevant.
How
I mean, I
long?
think it's the speed of the wind that it creates.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have a tornado go by quick through my concrete house than a hurricane.
Because it's bigger. It's like,
No, a
Well, let me
hurricane's
tell you,
wider. That
Yeah.
would have no effect on
There's
your
houses in Puerto
actual
Rico when
house.
Hurricane Maria 2017, the concrete was destroyed by the hurricane
I mean, if it gets up
because
there
it's
strong enough,
it was
fuck,
up to
man.
16 hours.
Would you rather have a wood house or a concrete house?
I'd still do concrete.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if that's like the end all be all answer.
See, I'd have a concrete
to be
basement with a
honest-
concrete floor. That would be.
But to be honest,
So at the
you
top
cannot
goes-
build concrete in these areas over here.
We don't have fucking tornadoes. I'm not worried about here.
yeah, we do. We
Wait,
just
well,
had one.
Especially
We survived. We're fine. We didn't have a basement.
Those concrete will not gonna last because of the cold. It will crack. The concrete will crack. You know the steps and all that stuff get cracked and all the time.
Yeah, but a lot of basements are concrete.
Well,
Okay.
well, that's different.
More-
That's different because it's
It's underground.
in the ground, under the ground.
I get it.
But up there, no, you can't.
Yeah, but you're having it covered by other stuff. You're not just going to be.
It's not just gonna be concrete sitting there.
I mean,
Yeah.
here you would put siding over it.
Or you think I'm just gonna have a
You'd
fucking
foam
concrete
over it.
fucking
Okay.
house and I'm gonna paint the concrete?
But it
more
gets colder
import-
inside the house
More
too.
importantly, why were we in the hallways during tornadoes?
At school?
At
Because
school.
they wanted you to be in the middle of the building.
Yeah, did you
Right.
hear about the one we
It's a
just
lot
watched?
easier
that?
to find 20 or 30 kids
In the middle.
in the middle than to fucking
Listen.
find them all thrown around and shit.
That hurricane that ripped through
Well, I want to know why
Joplin.
we would get under our desk that's so easy to move.
I
Yeah.
know. God forbid that desk ain't going nowhere in
Well,
F5.
I don't know if you guys remember that hurricane or the
Hurricane.
tornado that just
Nashville.
wiped out Joplin. That school was gone.
Where's that at? Just recently?
Missouri.
What was it made of? Wood. That's
No,
why.
it was brick.
Oh. Shit. Goes my fucking theory.
Brick. Anyway,
Son of a
yeah, it was brick. Made of brick.
Yeah.
We
Anyhow.
get some wicked windstorms there and a little dicey, but I mean, nothing's blown a fucking way here.
You,
I'm tempted to just
But
to
it's-
move
it's-
to where shit blows
But
away, though. I'm
could
tired
be
of fucking cold.
It could be happening.
Now I'm
soon.
with you. I want to go somewhere in the seriously in the. I'm miserable in the winter anymore. Like my demeanor's different. I'm angry
My whole
all
day
the time.
today's been that way. Just miserable fuck.
The whole weekend's been rain and shit.
Yeah.
What do they say? Like actually, like Cleveland, 60-something days out of the year is actually.
oh, it's worse
sunny.
than. It's actually
Yeah.
worse Then Seattle, and Seattle is the rainy.
Yeah, rain. Yeah,
And what is Seattle suicide?
Seattle rains
Say,
almost
like, the
every
highest
single day.
suicidal rate?
Yeah, no, drowning rate.
Anywho,
What?
But yeah, it
what?
is.
Why you say what?
I like I was telling Scott earlier, you know, you get one day of nice weather, it's 67 degrees, and tomorrow's snow. It's
Yeah,
I'm done.
we're heading up to Detroit, Michigan on Tuesday for work.
That's ugly and cold.
We're doing a
Man.
we're doing a Cadillac dealership up there, so I'll be gone for the day.
That's the pinnacle of the whole place, huh? Like the one Cadillac dealership.
That's
they have.
it.
That's the
That's it.
central of
Yes.
the
But the guy tells Mike it's just a shady area, so just like
Fuck yeah, it is.
yeah. Make sure you carry your gun with you while you're installing
bad.
your
No,
ignition.
I don't think you can do that. You can't cross state lines.
Yes, you can.
Can
some
you?
states.
As
Yeah.
long as they honor your
Yeah.
CCW.
Do they?
There is no CCW anymore. We have none.
No, but I'm
So-
saying
Ohio,
no.
Right. So
Ohio.
what would you honor?
No, the other
No, they
states
have to.
you still have
You
to.
still, to go to another state, you would have to have a CCW.
So before, when I had my CCW for Ohio, it was carryover. It worked in. It told you all the different states it was good for. Now that I don't have one, I don't have one.
Yeah, you can still get a CCW.
Yeah,
Go to
I
other
still.
states.
Right, but I have to go to Michigan and get one.
No, Ohio, you still can get a CCW.
Yeah, I renew mine.
I still have one. But
You
I thought it
renew
was
it.
not a thing anymore.
No, I'm
you
not.
don't need it here
yeah.
in Ohio. CCW you don't need here. But if
you're
you're, going
carrying
to
an-
travel to
yep.
other states,
So when mine's up for renewal, I need to renew it again.
renew it.
Don't stop, because if we get another governor and he
Sing
switches
it,
everything
sing it.
back,
Don't stop.
yeah. Because Mike was like, "Are you gonna?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going every time I need to renew it because they're not gonna switch it up, and then I gotta
Right, then you got to go
take
to
the
class
course again." Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I
Yeah,
need to
no,
look at
keep
mine
it-
to see.
Renew it because that's just so it honors
Other states. Yep.
that honor.
I don't know where my
And
card
you got to be
is.
careful.
Should be in your fucking wallet.
Like you guys should
Might
know
be.
every time. You know
What
with
state honors
governors,
it? Yep.
Keep update with that with your CCW.
It's
knowing
like a
what
lot of
states-
work.
Now,
man.
as a
Just get it.
Can I
as
just
a
get- I'm just
police
getting a fucking
officer,
knife. I'm getting a
if
knife.
you retire and you're no longer a police officer, do you then have to do a CCW, or are you like
So-
lifed in?
No. Police,
I think I was just
with police, when you retire, you can still keep your retirement. You get a retirement badge, and you can go every year with the city that you work for to requal to keep
okay.
a kid.
So it's like it's a forever thing. You're forever in the brotherhood.
but you
But
still
unless you
gotta
opt out,
requal. Yeah, unless you decide not to requal with the city anymore.
I'm just getting a knife, a big knife,
I have a
a
machete.
big fucking knife. Yeah.
Like a Rambo. Like a Rambo
Knives
knife.
do more
I have a
damage.
samurai sword too.
Is it legal, bro? Is it legal to carry one of them collapsible batons
Yeah.
instead of like mace or
Don't
something?
give me no bad advice. I might get one of them bitches. I'm out there
things are-
clubbing people like baby seals, and I'm like, hey, he told me I could.
No, you didn't say you
Not
could
saying
club
that you can
people,
club people.
but you could carry it.
Oh,
I mean, it's just like a cane. You carry a cane, and you can, you know.
I
club
remember
people
there
with
was
it.
a
See, he
time.
just said we could.
There was a time when you couldn't. There was a time when you couldn't carry like you guys' flashlights.
Yeah, they were
Those
fucking
big-
12
yeah.
inches long.
No, again, carry you can. You can't hit people with them.
Wow.
Yeah, you just can't.
I'm learning.
Use it as a weapon.
Right.
We're not trained to use that for self defense.
Wow.
Denise wants you to be trained to like aim for the knee.
What's
cannot
ille-
have brass knuckles.
Oh,
They're illegal.
take those back, babe.
Oopsie. I got a pair. I don't, officer. I don't.
I thought you had that nice lumbar chair over there.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get into some news, talk about some
News.
other things.
I love news.
Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to the show.
Welcome back.
Scoot, by any
Welcome
chance,
back.
did you get my messages about the videos?
Damn.
No.
You
What
didn't?
messages?
I sent you 3 videos. I wanted to see if you could upload
You sent them where?
to
And that's
your,
why we have the Portugal guy.
Yeah, that's
Fuck.
to your
yeah.
No.
Instagram.
Can you do
don't
the
tell me
interview?
Instagram. What
Can
do
you
I
do
look
the
at
interview?
Instagram?
are you sending them to Instagram? We have teams.
We have to
did
see
not.
the clip for the 22-second review for this guy, so he can be replayed.
Stop. No, I did not get those.
Did anyone else see the video of the guy that got stopped by the cops and they had his car hooked to a tow truck?
Oh my god!
And there's a cop still talking to him about his citations. The tow truck guy lifts the car up and it flips with the dude in it.
He's out of a ticket
On
and
the
he's
tow
suing.
truck?
Like the cop. Why wouldn't the cop say something?
I was hoping you got that video to even look at it and just.
We were down for the last 35 minutes. You didn't say a word.
I was just
Welcome back to
now.
the episode. By the way, did you? Fuck.
35
I sent him
minutes
three.
I've been looking at
What does he
video.
say? If you get video, send them during the week. I
Not
sent
to
him.
Instagram.
Not to Instagram.
Who checks
Right.
Instagram?
Everybody.
Plus,
That,
you know I can't get videos off of Instagram.
why
Yeah.
not?
You can't.
You can share them.
But I can't
Oh my
share
god!
them to what?
Yeah.
You need to send them to me somewhere where I can put them on my computer. I can't
Teams.
share them to my
No.
computer.
You're fired.
Instagram and Facebook together now,
Yeah.
so you can, if you have Facebook,
You can,
watch the video.
It doesn't give me like that share option. It's either email, and I know he's on Instagram, so I just send it through there.
And it's hard.
Well, what about a
with-
heads up? Like I sent you some videos through Instagram,
You have Instagram mail.
I sent
I
you a
don't have
You
no
message.
need
notifications.
IT expertise.
but I don't
okay?
have notifications on.
IT.
Your phone would just
Well,
be.
okay.
He's the
All
IT
day,
expertise.
But in his defense, I got to be on your side on this one, just because.
Why?
Because who sends business or podcast stuff to Instagram?
He's on there. I don't know how he gets the videos.
Why didn't you just text them?
I did. I said, hey,
Somebody's failing.
you were here today?
Anyway, moving on.
I don't even see
What's the
them.
name of this guy? Ricardo?
Ricardo Montalban.
Ricardo, what do you got for
Ricardo,
us?
you hired.
Scoot, you ready for the news? Since you got him now, huh?
Oh!
Well, that's weird.
He has them now because you made him look for it.
Didn't you? So if I would have sent him to the Poddy Animals
Ricardo?
Instagram, you still wouldn't see him.
No,
Is that right?
send me on Facebook
If
or
you-
Messenger or something. But you sent them
On
to me a
Messenger.
week ago and never heard nothing back
Oh.
and didn't think to be like, did you get those?
You're on it though.
So Ricardo,
Hey, by the way-
But you
only-
could probably tell that I
So
didn't
should
see
I
them.
reach out to Ricardo?
Ricardo's the song he said right now.
What were you saying?
No, I was like, oh, by the way, on your way back, and you haven't heard from me.
Hey,
The podcast is like 2 days away. You see?
No,
the
a
video.
week.
But I'm thinking,
I sent him a week
Follow
ago.
up.
I'm thinking
Follow
everybody
up.
agrees with me
Hey,
on this
Scotty,
one.
No
Follow
one
up.
agrees with you on it.
Hey, did you happen to see those?
Follow
And the
up.
fact that you
Every
could probably
time
look
I
on there and notice that I haven't seen them because there's no dot or whatever.
I don't
next
look
to
at
it.
that.
Why
Scoot.
not?
Wait,
Why not?
Scoot.
Because I don't look at it either.
every Sunday that we have the podcast, this one over here is like, you got your stories ready for the show?
No.
He could easily reach out to you
every
like, hey,
time
did
he
you get
sent
that
me
video?
something, he usually does a follow up. Hey,
That's what I'm saying.
Could you do this or
Wrong.
He
whatever?
could do
And
a
then-
follow up.
Then when I get here, he's like, "Did you get those stories loaded
Yeah.
up?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then I start
Yeah.
putting them in order. I heard nothing until, "Hey, we're live. Did you get those?"
we are live right now.
Hey,
Just
Scotty,
let you
on your
know.
drive back.
Wait,
from,
we're not
South
live.
Carolina,
Yes, we are live.
Can you watch those videos?
For the past 10 minutes, we are live.
We're not
Not
live.
live.
Oh, yes, we are.
We're not, because he would have said check the.
We're
no,
recording.
We're
We're
recording.
recording, but we're not live.
We're not
Scoot,
live.
you ready for news since you fucked up?
Fuck, man. Yeah, I'm ready.
What with the news? Yeah.
Let's see what Denise has today.
Wait, but do you have my video?
Yes,
I
Okay.
don't have any.
I'm doing United.
I have
first.
audio.
My audio. Okay, so we've all been in the situation where we've flown and there's been delays for whatever reason. This is hilarious. So a United pilot flying to
Oh, yeah, I heard about
China
it.
forgets his passport. So he has to turn around.
The-
And this is a 6-hour flight. He has to turn around and everything gets
2-hour
delayed
flight.
after 2 hours and it gets delayed.
Wait, he's the pilot.
He's the
He went
pilot.
to, he wasn't.
You don't get
Yeah.
a gimme on that.
He's.
No, you gotta have your passport. You're
was-
still going into a different
Well, you're the fucking
country.
pilot, though.
yeah,
You're
but
not
can't
just
they
a-
check and say,
Yeah.
he's got
Ain't
it?
it on record? You
No,
don't get a
because
gimme.
That's
They
like
have-
me going
they-
somewhere saying,
mean
"Don't
you-
you have me on record?"
Yeah, but you're nobody. You're not.
Oh,
you're not the
I'm
pilot.
somebody.
Here.
I'm somebody.
What does he hit a drive-through window? Like, Got my passport.
I'm
Who's
sure-
fucking asking him?
I'm
Who's
sure
asking
it's
him?
not his first flight to wherever he's going to. Like, oh, Steve, we remember you.
So TSA,
Okay,
so
so-
TSA screwed them up.
My thoughts,
TSA screwed them
right?
up.
So my thoughts are, because they were going to China, certain countries I would assume have different rules. Like they may come on and be like, "Let me see your passport," and maybe that's the situation.
But these motherfuckers can get on drunk, late, tired, on drugs and shit. But if they don't have a passport,
God
we'll spin it
forbid.
around. Something's
Dude,
fucked
the
up
guy
right
was in
here.
the middle of the ocean.
Is
And
that-
he had to turn
He
back
had
to
to turn
San
around.
Francisco.
Does that happen though? Do they?
That's
the
the
other
first time.
officials come on and check to see if the
I mean,
pilot
it
has
must.
They
passport?
should be TSA.
Apparently
They
it
should supposed
does.
to check
certain
that.
things.
So I'm assuming it has
To
nothing to
come-
do with the pilot part.
Well,
I'm
he could
thinking it
go
has to do with
through-
after hours.
Remember before you leave the airport, if you're going in the international countries,
Right.
things
He-
of that, they're
he's
gonna
not
check
flying
your
back.
passport
TSA
before you leave,
supposed-
'cause you
He
gotta
would
go
be
through
stuck.
That check.
So TSA screwed this up too.
So at their 6-hour
No.
flight, is he
No.
done? Does he?
That's what I'm saying. So when he flies, say he flies to China.
And he just lives there now.
No.
No, he turned
No,
back on.
they
He
only
turned back
had
on.
so
He
many
said he's
out-
not coming
20
back.
years of life.
I didn't say that. No, he only has so
He
many.
did. He said he's not coming back.
No, he
He
couldn't.
got fired, I think.
Listen, it's like when you're a truck driver and you only have so many hours that you're allowed
drive.
to
Right.
drive
Yeah,
or
you can
fly.
only have so many
He's
hours.
there,
Fly.
so he can't enter
He's
the
not
country.
coming
He
back to-
doesn't have a
So
passport.
he can sleep on the plane though, right?
No, he
just sleep in the airport?
He left from Los Angeles to go to China.
Right.
And then he turned back on and landed to San Francisco, looking for another pilot can take that plane to China.
Well, if we're going the legal route, if once he crosses that border into China, he's illegally entering into
Yeah.
that
But he
country
never
He don't
went. He
have
was
a
only
because he
passport on
doesn't
him.
have his
right.
passport that
He
shows that
only
he's
has
flying.
two. Yeah, he only
This
went in
goes
2
back to
hours
what we
in.
talked about before. I think pilots should have to check in with someone.
He
They
did.
should-
He checked. They.
No,
got their
they should have to
passport.
go like there should be like a guy that sits in a booth and you physically walk in, you punch in, and you're like, "Hey
TSA.
Jim, I'm here. Look, I'm not drunk.
The
I
TSA
got my
Yeah,
passport.
TSA.
I'm not like jihading."
There's a certain part in the airport that pilots and stewardess and all them have to go down this ramp, and they check their passport and their.
So how did he
So
get
how
on
did
the
he
plane
get
without a
through that?
passport?
Right.
Yeah, how did he
Probably
get through
just
TSA.
used his badge.
Yeah,
A lot of them, he
TSA
probably just
messed
used a
it
badge,
up.
like
So-
how you can just go through.
Now I gotta wear my badge.
Because they have a.
That's what I mean. They know they're
Yeah,
pilots.
They have to check his thing. He doesn't have a badge.
Right? They should have to check everything.
Really?
At this
'Cause
point, I want you
I've
checking the
seen
motherfucker's
pilots
temperature
just
and
walk
shoe
on
size.
through.
and
TSA
everything.
screwed this up.
They don't just walk through. They got to stop at a booth, have their
Yeah,
credentials.
they have to be checked by
They
TSA.
have to, and then I've seen stewardess.
So this is not his fault. He should have never made
No,
it
he's-
through.
he's-
He
his
should have never
fault.
made it
I don't
onto
know.
the
It's part of
plane.
his fault too.
So they do check for your to make
Of
sure you have your
course.
passport.
How are
I
these
don't know.
pilots getting on planes drunk? We just did a story
I know.
about that.
Because once they pass
Sobriety.
through, the bars are after you pass through.
Are you
There's
serious?
bars
Yeah.
out there.
So you go through and then you can party hardy and then
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
That's defeating the purpose. Are we this dumb?
Yes.
The checkpoint should be the last point before you get on the fucking plane.
When I'm
You go
sitting at the
lounge.
booth,
Well,
you know, I have to watch the TSA. Anybody coming down the ramp, that make sure that they stop at TSA to get checked. After they get checked through, the pilots and the stewardess, they can.
So let me
go
ask you
to
this.
restaurants,
When you arrest a
bars.
guy, right? Do you pat him down, frisk him, and then let him go home for a fucking hour and then take him to jail? No.
Just throw 'em right to jail.
Can you go clean up?
So that he's not got anything. Like, so you're letting these people who are in control of these planes, which have been falling out of the sky lately,
that's not their fault.
go through a checkpoint and then go onto the party center, and then from there go get on a fucking plane. Is this not a?
You're right. So you can't be like.
No, I
find this.
no.
I get
But
it.
then the
They're-
last
they're
thing you should
banking
do
on
is the
the
checkpoint. You should party all you want in the thing, and then
Right.
you got to come to me, and that's the last thing you do before you get on the plane.
Yeah, but they still don't do a breathalyzer. How are you gonna know?
Yeah, I think that goes without saying. As far as all of us, we leave work or leave home to go to work. Well, you climbing a tree or him working on doing this stuff or operating a vehicle.
But I'm not held to the
can't stop
same
us from
standards,
going to
though. And it's not like I'm saying you can't drink, you can't anything. You can do whatever you want before you come to the checkpoint. But you come to the checkpoint at your last stop before you get on this fucking plane.
But they don't check for sobriety.
Because apparently
they should.
If you need a checkpoint, if you're the type of job that needs a fucking checkpoint, it shouldn't be at the beginning. Not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think it's important enough that there's a checkpoint?
It should be at the when you're getting ready to board.
That's it.
I saw that 6-pack in the cockpit when I was this last flight I took. So
yeah, the guy had his shirt off and he was flexing.
You didn't say anything?
I laughed. I was like,
hey, we're gonna fucking die!
Exactly.
They did do a report that said like 70% or something of pilots admitted to sleeping while they're flying passengers, drinking, high.
But again, this is a job that requires you to check in before you like show me your passport, show me your credentials, and all that stuff.
Breathe into this.
Oh my god!
So you hear the beep.
But you can't get on the plane if you got a bottled water or whatever, right? They stop you and frisk you and check your nuts.
Yeah, throw your water. You can't have.
Yeah, before you go into TSA, you got to throw all your.
So not only do you buy a $4 water waiting in line, you got to pitch that, then buy another one before you get on the plane.
This makes no sense.
Oh, you gonna cry?
I don't even want nothing
Take
to do
a
with
drink.
This is dumb. This is dumb.
What else you got?
Fuck United.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, I was involved in the accident. 2 United pilots T-boned me in my police car.
That's horrible.
Was that the story we fucking did?
Oh yeah. Where they ran into him,
Oh fuck. I remember that. No. Fuck the planes. We're not getting on any planes. No.
Yeah, we are. Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
I know too much now. It ain't happening.
I'm not getting
What about the elevator? Elevator or planes?
Oof. Did you tell him about
What the
that?
fuck? Why is there a choice? I ain't doing it. I'm not me.
Before she gets to her next story, I told her a story earlier. This guy and his little infant kid got on an elevator. The elevator stops. It starts flooding.
What would you do? That's double.
Now you already don't like elevators.
Right.
What? Where the fuck were they going? Right?
No, they had bad rains. It was an area where the building started.
To the 9th floor.
No, it stopped.
Is this a Titanic movie?
No, it died and then started flooding.
Scoot would be like.
Scoot will be okay.
Power
He
outage.
would be going up through the roof.
Will be okay.
I'd just pass out immediately. I wouldn't even know.
I think who was ever outside and the guy actually were able
We need to find
get him out.
Somebody to record Scoot in the elevator.
I just seen a video where like the elevator stopped and then there was like a gap and the people opened the doors and the police are trying to tell these people climb out. And these people are like, fuck you. And then it started moving.
Yeah.
But the police are like, come on, we'll get you out. Like just jump up out of there. And the people are like, no. And then the elevator's like,
yeah.
No,
I watched
Scoot, that was Resident Evil.
Not that bad.
I should have sent that to you. I've been going back to getting tattoos lately, and my tattoo artist is on the 13th floor.
Oof.
I take the steps, dude. Give up.
What?
If you've seen these elevators, I don't care how brave you are.
So
I got in there the first day because I was like, I don't know where to go. You know what I mean? So
if this building is like 15 floors or
he just
16,
said 13. Did you listen?
You will take the freaking
The first
steps.
day I got in that bitch, and it is so like rickety and
Now after you're
small.
all worn out after your tattoos.
Yeah, all sweaty and shit.
Back down.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm not getting in that bitch.
So
terrifying.
Down his leg from
at Kathy and M's anniversary party, we had to go 13.
16.
yeah.
16.
I walk it out,
16.
man.
And nowadays, this elevator didn't have the little compartment. If something goes down, there's nowhere to go. But
Yeah.
Dude,
you gotta
stairs?
you have to no. If the elevator goes, remember the little compartment you could crawl out like Die Hard and
Yeah,
shit.
they don't have those. Man.
No, they don't have that no
What do you
more.
mean they don't have
They
those
do.
no more? Why
They're
not?
just hidden.
Hidden where? Under the light?
No, it was hidden under
Yeah,
the
it's
wood
hidden
paneling.
under the 1,000 screws that's holding.
Well, no, so
No, because they still have to have
Scoot
that.
gets in with his utility
No,
belt.
we did. We got in the elevator at tattoo shop, and I'm like, how do we get out of this?
What's the name of that movie? Jim Carrey with the cable guy.
Well, the son-in-law is like, oh, you push the ceiling up. So he pushes the fucking little grates up, and there is a box there,
Yeah.
but it's screwed fucking shut. I'm like, how do
You gotta bring your what is that?
Yeah, your fucking.
Who's got a fucking
cordless.
screwdriver on them? We're fucking stuck.
Scoot, why you have
I
a
bet you'd
cordless
be
drill
wearing
wherever we go?
I'm gonna start, dude. As soon as I walk in, like I know it's irrational, but my heart starts beating fast. I start getting dizzy. It's
In
insane.
the elevator?
Yep. I can't.
Is that
take
why you don't do roller coasters and stuff? Is that what it is?
not the ones with the seatbelts that lock.
The harness.
I'm
That's
claustrophobic.
what-
Anything else?
And
I
that's
can do.
funny because that's what I need. I want to be encased. I want to be enclosed. I can't ride the ones where you're all
They had a
open.
guy, they were talking about a story of a guy that had the harness over him. You know that, like, what is that thing that
Demon
shoots
drop?
up and
Yeah.
Oh, the power tower.
The Tower of Terror.
something like that in another state. And because he was
Big, it didn't
big,
click.
they adjusted something to where the thing would click further out because his belly, and the thing just popped open. He's like,
And see, this is my
launched
problem.
right out.
Like, not only am I
Final
claustrophobic, but I
destination.
cannot be in a situation where somebody else is in control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got 12-year-old teenagers from fucking Ufukistan, like, and they're
Oh, yeah,
they're
in
locking,
Cedar Point?
they're locking it and
That's
unlocking it and shit. I'm like,
wild.
you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You don't. You know what I'm saying? And if I get stuck in here, they're just like,
What do I do?
yeah, I don't know what to do.
Jesus.
Now they got the new ride where the track folds down.
Nope.
How do you know when they're going to release that? You could still not be set up
Nope.
on the next track, and they just
Nope.
let you go. Fuck it.
Well, you know
Nope.
what? I'm gonna try it.
I trust
Good
the
for
fire
you.
department.
Good
Too. I'm gonna-
Not I.
I have trust in the
Not
fire
I.
department, but if I get stuck in an elevator, who's coming to get me?
They are.
yeah.
Not their fucking, not the staff, right?
The
From the
elevator
fire.
Firefighter.
Yeah, the elevator guy. He's fucking drunk. He went home 2 hours
You
ago.
know
He
that.
passed his
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, he's fucking climb out. You're like, fuck you. What the fuck?
Oh my
Get a
God.
swig of this, buddy.
That's
He's
I
got to call the
can't.
union to see, hey, is it okay if I go after,
Right, there's a guy
2
stuck in
hours
there.
after
It's
my
fuck-
shift? I just
fuck
had 3
this.
drinks.
What else?
Nothing's
you're
gonna
the only
happen in
one
the
in the
elevator.
state,
Do we have the
I don't
time?
hear any accidents in the elevator. Okay, nothing.
That's not true. That's not true. We looked it
Yeah,
up.
I never hear that.
I mean, there's accidents everywhere. Stuff's happening all the time.
Yeah, but car accident can happen anytime.
Well, talk about being trapped. That's my next story.
Oh fuck.
Oh no.
Cage trap.
So, a man allegedly held captive by his stepmom for more than 20 years.
Tip mom.
He escaped after setting fire in the house.
Joey.
This happened in Connecticut. So,
I can.
yeah, in Connecticut.
Well, what he did.
So, he had little food, no medical care.
Apparently he had
the
matches.
All right, how the fuck do you get matches? Like what? She's like, I'm not giving you any fucking croutons,
I mean,
motherfucker,
like-
but here's a pack of matches.
You know.
The first 10 years was cool because he's like, I'm banging stepmom. But then it started getting boring and stuff, you know? He's like, can
Yeah,
you let me out
he
now?
wasn't kidnapped the first 10 years.
So was he able to get out of the
So-
fire?
Eli Jr., let me finish my story.
Damn.
So the police and fire emergency personnel responded to the home. That's where they found a woman and her 32-year-old stepson. He was locked in an 8x9 room and was fed 2 sandwiches a day with 2 cups of water.
Fuck.
He started the fire by
Probably more
using
than I eat
hand.
now.
2 sandwiches
He
per day.
started the fire by using hand sanitizer, printer paper, and a lighter.
And hard masturbation. Wait, you needed hand sanitizer? You got printer paper and a lighter. What's the fucking hand sanitizer for?
make it
Sanitizer on there. You
flammable.
wrap it with paper and you just.
No,
fucking-
you make it flammable.
Oh,
Anywho,
friction fire.
he only weighed
Did you say
70.
rammable or flammable?
I said,
Oh, okay.
he only weighed 70 pounds.
What?
What the fuck?
Yeah, he was 5'9". His teeth were rotten.
Damn.
What does she want him
That's
for?
'cause he
What
didn't
was she
brush-
doing?
He was a sex slave at first,
He-
and then he went and brushed his teeth or eat.
Yeah.
So she's like, I don't want you anymore.
She faces multiple charges, including assault, kidnapping, cruelty. Her lawyer states that she's innocent
Can we ask
and that
where
she
Dad
didn't
went?
restrain him. His dad passed away. That's why
And
he's
nobody else knew he existed?
No, so what happened was he was in school and
Oh, so he's like 13 or something.
12.
Yeah, 12
When
years
it-
old,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
And he would
20 years.
they would notice, you know,
Him absent.
no, they
20
would just
years.
notice that he was
Steve used to
sneaking
have
out of the
perfect
room at
attendance award
night
every
to get
year.
food and stuff like that. So she just kept him out of school so that she wouldn't get in trouble from the school, and they would see like he was getting mistreated and whatnot. So
that no kid left behind. They actually checked on him for a while.
Yeah.
After 20-something years.
Did he get his diploma by any chance? Do we know?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's kind of.
I don't know, but he used to pick food out of the garbage. Anyway, so they used to do wellness checks that were performed by the state. But then by the time he was in the 4th grade, she just notified that she was going to permanently pull him out of school.
Like homeschool or something?
Yeah.
Wow, crazy.
Sounds like some misery shit.
But
Well,
did she say
it's
why?
crazy.
Why did she do it? Why did they ask her why
To
did you
have
keep him?
control like that.
Just to have control.
Just to abuse something, to be on because she didn't do nothing with the kid
Probably
apparently.
mad at the dad because he died. You left.
I feel like it was like a Cinderella situation.
But how? So the dad died that long ago. We know that for sure. Or did the dad know about this? Maybe.
No, because when the dad was still living, he would like hang
So
out
the
with
dad
his
died
dad.
when he was 12 or whatever,
Yeah,
and then she just was
and
like,
then she just
"Mine now."
pretty much.
I don't want to be alone.
Hey, can you run to that 8x9 room and get me my... Oh, click.
I want, but
It's like a control thing though, because after a while, she knew what she could get away with. I'm telling you, the mind is we talk about this all the time with abuse and domestic violence. Your mind can only take so much
oddly,
to where
at
you
12
just
years old, he probably didn't know life any different than that.
yeah,
After 12, right?
Yeah.
You know.
it's wild.
All right, let's take another break. We'll come back, we'll do our topic, and we'll get the hell out of here, Scoot.
All right, are we going live?
We can.
Do it.